Hi guys, today we're going to tell you the story about how this hideous coronavirus became an extreme corona beer party in Norway.
Oh, that joke is old.
I know it's old, but it's very true when it comes to Norway. I'm here at my home office because all of Norway, we cannot go out, it's full lockdown. And some of you guys might think, can they make humor out of this? And we reflected upon that. Because it's...
Of course we can!
The coronavirus, it brings up and reflects who Norwegians are as people and our culture. Because you know, in Norway, for instance, social distancing, as I know the whole world is talking about now, keep 1 meter away from each other wherever you are. For us Norwegians, that's easy. We do it all the time.
What's the problem?
Yeah, and in a way, coronavirus shouldn't actually be a problem in Norway due to this social distancing. But there's a reason why we are actually one of the most infected countries in the world.
Are we?
We are!
Oh, help!
It's just, and that's why we have antibac, a lot of antibac.
Get some!
Guys, we are here in Norway, we are in a full lockdown, really. I have home office, Mats has a home office, you cannot go to school, you cannot go to university, hairdressers, tattoo shops, everything is locked down. You cannot travel abroad, you cannot do anything.
It's a holiday!
Actually, it is. Because in Norway, this lockdown we have each year, it's called Christmas, because then everything is closed. So we are kind of used to it. But it's a problem for Norwegian, because a lockdown or a Christmas holiday means that you have to stay home with your family.
Oh my god!
Yes, and in an ordinary Christmas vacation, this stay together is only about 3-4 days. But this time, this extreme Christmas party, we have to stay together for 3-4 weeks.
I have to stay together with my family for 3 weeks?
Yes, and I know...
I rather prefer Corona.
Yeah, and you know, it will be bloody and it will be bruises within, within these different homes and families. But I think we will manage. And some guys, you might ask, how are the elderly, those in the risk zone? Kind of no problem in Norway actually, because most elderly people, I'm sorry, are isolated the whole year because we are too occupied with kids and youth. You can check more out of this in our video, how is it to be a kid in Norway. There we explain this phenomenon.
It's no happy ending.
Yeah, and when back to the lockdown, you know what? The government, they asked us, please Norway and Norwegians, we ask you, and they said this very important word, culture key word in Norway called dugnad. It's really hard to translate to English.
Yeah, it's like a common labor thing without getting paid.
No, it's volunteer work, charity work, community work, but it's also kind of force, normative force. And the authorities asked us, please all Norwegians, now we have to have this common dugnad. And most of us actually, me included, and I think Mats too, were like, okay, we will stay at home, we will have no contact with others, we will not go public transportation.
No problem.
But, and there's a but, there are 3 things that must always be open, and that's of course the drugstore, that's a given.
The pharmacy.
The pharmacy, the grocery store, of course we need food.
And toilet paper.
And everything, as you can see here, Mats. Mats, is it you? Okay.
That's the most important stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna survive.
And you have bought, is it bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's carbs at least.
it's carbs and it's for the throat. You have to protect yourself before going to the shop.
Wow.
This is very professional.
Yeah. So, and what do you think this bag is full of?
This I found on the street, so I think it's very safe. And look, toilet paper.
Of course, we all need it.
And
Bananas.
Yes.
We eat. Norwegian eat 17 kilos of it. But what's here?
It's nothing.
What's here?
It's a liver pate.
What's here?
It's liver
What's the
pate.
big bags?
Oh.
What's in here? Look what Mats.
Okay.
Oh,
It's because
beer.
it's a Corona party.
yeah, of course. So in
Because
his survival kit, it's mostly beer, isn't it?
We are taught to stay home.
And
here's-
cigarettes.
Here's for the lunch. And this one.
Mats is really occupied with his health and taking care here of himself. What is that?
It looks very medical.
Yeah. But as most of the Norwegians, when we are in this lockdown, Corona lockdown, what do? We do as Mats. We buy beer.
I hate you.
And
I want to
but
give you Corona.
our state-owned, state-run liquor store needs to be open, because as you can see here, where's the queue? It's not when it comes to food or drug pharmacy stuff. It's here in this line. These are Norwegians trying to get into the liquor store and hoarder.
It's like Christmas.
Yes, these 3 big boxes of red wine, white wine and everything. Because if we are going to stay home with our families for 3 or 4 weeks, we need a lot of alcohol. And of course, the problem now is for the police, because yesterday there were news that police were warning against Corona parties,
Quarantine parties.
quarantine parties, Corona-free parties, because there was a lot of youths that are not at school and they think, well, it doesn't affect us because we are young, we will not get sick, and why shouldn't we have a party? People here are not so serious about the consequences because we think that we will be okay, and the government has said that yes, we will pay and blah blah blah. We will keep this society alive.
We got oil.
We got oil. But you know that we are so rich, and that's why we are so infected with coronavirus. Because 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we have winter holiday. That's 1 week for all families to take. And what do rich people in Norway, where we have a lack of snow just now, what do? We go to the Alps, to Italy, to Austria, and they came home full loaded with this coronavirus. They flushed the whole country with coronavirus, actually. Some psychologists in Norway, when they are asked, okay, how should Norwegians cope with this situation when they cannot go out to restaurant, bars and so on, and they say, then you can, and this is very Norwegian, you can go på tur. Meaning that you can do hiking and trekking in the nature.
That's the answer to
everything. All problems.
If you have cancer or problems with your mental health,
or problems within your family or whatever, and now with coronavirus,
have a good walk or cross-country skiing.
Yeah,
then everything will be okay.
And that's why tons of people went to their cabins and will stay there for over Easter, so they will have a month-long combined home office.
But they are infecting others. People don't want them to come.
And that's a huge problem, because these counties where you have these cabins, their health system is actually prepared for 3,000-4,000. Norway is a small country, and now they have like 30, 40, 50,000 in their communities. So really it's a huge problem, and it's a very egoistic, and we are very privileged. And you can actually be a bit concerned about how rich Norwegians act, how egoistic we are, and how we don't care about others. But it's gonna be boring. And the only thing we know to kill boredom in Norway. This was our video from the Corona hit Norway. where we use Corona beer as a remedy for boredom, lockdown and
Alcohol.
isolation. Yeah, alcohol is our way of coping. And well, if you like what you see, subscribe, push the bell, and just enjoy our material. And share with us all your fun stories, grave stories, tragic stories. I mean, we have to share, guys. We are in it together. And that's kind of the hope I have for this Corona situation. We are all in it together. Okay? We love you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a beer. That's the advice from Norway. Bye!